Hey, what's up, guys? Me and Mir are back to discuss more of the big game modes coming to Street Fighter 6. And we're going to talk about Battle Hub this time. This is one of the 3 core modes that you're going to be playing in the game. And it's basically a giant simulated arcade experience. What do you think about it so far, Mir, with all the footage you've seen?
Well, the Battle Hub looks great, but obviously the comparison that everyone's drawing right now is to the Guilty Gear or ArcSys style lobbies, right?
That's what
'Cause
I said, too.
yeah, that's what everyone thinks of.
Of
But
course.
it seems like the scale and the scope of the Battle Hub seem much bigger.
I think it's important for fighting games to be as social as possible, considering the communities are fairly small compared to other gaming communities. And we need something where we can meet up, right, and grow as a community, both online, right, and offline.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important. And it looks like they already confirmed, Mir, that these hubs, the lobbies, are going to be 100 players each so far. You think that's a good number?
Just about for a Battle Royale. They could do that.
Yeah. It's strange you thought about that, Mir. It's kind of weird. 100 of those avatars running around in the game. Okay, so I'll list off some of the modes. We'll talk about everything that's included with it. And the first thing is that you have access to all the Fighting Ground online features. They mentioned that, like what you
Mhm.
have in the base game. So it'll probably be like, you know what I mean, like training mode, right?
Yeah.
Or extreme or whatever. That's all going to be there. It's just you decide to do it like on an online lobby. And then, of course, the extreme battle cabinets, which I just mentioned. If you read the beta and they explain the extreme battle cabinets on that website, Mir, they say that the extreme battle, like the rules and all that, are on Capcom's side. Like they change the rules on a timer and what's available. Like maybe
Yeah,
you
it seems
can't
to be more
choose.
of a kind of like if you find something that you're interested in, like the rotation is an extreme battle that you're interested in, then you can go online in the battle hub and play with other people that are also interested and compete for points or whatever it's gonna be,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm surprised. Maybe it's just a beta thing, but it might be the way it works. And
Hmm.
that's how they can add and change things as we go. Just because it's really easy to just sit down on a cabinet and just play it. Okay, let's go through all the different types of machines and options you can do in this hub. The first thing is just the general like walking around. There's a chat window. Do you see the screenshot mirror on the website? It
Yeah.
shows like an open
Hmm.
chat window, but it shows the canned comments. So I'm worried there's not going to be like an all chat. You know, I don't.
I think that's very reasonable. Like if we go
I don't
by
like
what
that.
happens in Monster Hunter, for example,
Yeah,
that's the same deal,
I
right?
don't like that,
So
man.
and it's easier for people on console. I think maybe that's what their thought process is, because you can just select them from a menu rather than having to type, which is not
I mean,
necessarily
don't get me
everyone's cup of tea.
wrong. Like having the canned comments is good, but like have both. So you can actually talk to people. I think it's really restrictive, and it makes it so it's more hollow. Because we know
Yeah.
what it's like in lobby matches when you join in, and then someone's like, "Hey, good morning," and then you say "GG's" and you leave. That's it. Like you want people to be like, "Hey, where are you from?" I mean, I know some people, they don't want to. They just want to play matches, but you're entering the battle hub. You know what I mean? You're willingly entering in a social environment. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
could just have it muted if you really want to.
Well, I guess another problem with having it enabled for everyone is that there's possibility for toxicity, which they might be trying to avoid with this system. That's always something in the back of the head of developers. So
Yeah, but that's what you have to run into for every kind of online game, though. Like you could just squelch them. I'm just saying that, man, we're kind of losing the whole. I'm not saying to have like proximity chat Call of Duty here, but
VoIP, oh, that'd be great.
But I'm saying with games like even in Street Fighter 4, man, having the mics, or with Mortal Kombat, man, it was like a whole different experience. I think talking with people is important, and I know the risks and the downsides of that. But just give options to mute people, and or you
Hmm.
just join a different hub. There's gonna
Yeah,
be
we'll see.
thousands of people
Maybe
playing.
like I hope that at least private messages will be, you can type to the other person.
Yeah,
Maybe they didn't want it for public messages, right?
yeah,
That's our best hope so far.
yeah. That's a good compromise. I don't want to go too much in this, otherwise this entire video is gonna be about the chatting. I'm sorry, guys. Got passionate. But there's emotes too. We see the dancing and stuff. So even if you don't want
Yeah.
to talk, Mir, you can just use emotes to talk.
You're gonna beat someone and then do a Fortnite dance on them and then leave.
Okay, let's move on. So the Hub Goods Shop, all right? This is DLC land, DLC shop, guys. You can go to the counter, and this is you can buy stuff to like upgrade your avatar. You can buy hats, clothing. We don't know what else, but they showed a
Mhm.
screenshot of the actual shop, and there's some cool things here. First, it shows a timer. Timers are really good, guys, to make people do impulse purchases. This is DLC 101.
Fear of missing out.
The pure manipulation. I love it. Okay, and then on top of
All
this,
right.
dude, they have to get with the times. Okay, anyways, there's two currencies we know confirmed now from looking at the beta website page, Mir, and looking on the game. We see I think it's like pink tickets. It's the drive tickets. So you could purchase something
Mhm.
with drive tickets. That's going to be basically replacing your fight money. This is the in-game currency. And
Okay.
then there's also fight coins. I think it's like a green circle. And
Mm.
for buying like a cap, for example, it's 600 drive tickets or 30 fight coins. So you can either spend real money to buy it right away, or you can grind out the drive tickets. So it's
Okay.
basically like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, and it's very possible that there's going to be events and things in game where you're going to be able to earn more drive tickets. Like, for example, I can already imagine it. Not just the dailies and the weeklies that Street Fighter 5 had,
Yeah.
but things like, winning a tournament in the Battle Hub would give you extra drive tickets, things like
Oh,
that,
that
right?
would be a great idea, Mir. Yeah, and
Or
winning the
or being
leaderboards. Oh, that's so
being
smart, Mir. I
first
didn't even think about that.
on the leaderboards
Yeah.
for those arcade games.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be another incentive to play those.
No, that's smart. Right. So I guess I said it's like Street Fighter 5, but in Street Fighter 5, you're directly purchasing something like just with your wallet, through the
Yeah.
store. Whereas now we have the in-game currency. They tried doing this with Street Fighter 5 with the Zenny money system, but they canceled it because of integrity issues. So so yeah, now they're trying it again, and hopefully their servers are more secure this time. So we'll see how that handles. You basically can see if the streamer has a really fat wallet, if they have a ton of fight coins walking around, because that's the in-game currency. But yeah, I wonder how easy the drive tickets are to acquire, but I suspect this is your incentive to log in every day, right? To
Right.
mass them up. There's also items, Mir, I saw that are drive tickets only. That you
Mhm,
can't buy them with real money with fight coins, so you have to grind
mhm.
them. So I like that
Right,
too.
and I guess another thing about these items that we see in Battle Hub, it's very possible that they're going to be exclusive to Battle Hub. So, like, you're gonna have items that you're going to unlock in World Tour, and
Mm-hmm.
those are gonna be exclusive to World Tour in the sense that that's the only place where you can get them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be some that are only available through the Battle Hub. So, it gives an incentive for people to both play the story mode and to play online in case they want to
Mm.
unlock everything.
They should add trading, Mir.
Oh yeah. Reminds
I'm
me of
sorry, guys.
the good old days of Team Fortress 2 trading hats.
I want to turn this game into Diablo 2. I want to do some trading. We'll have bots running around. Anyways, Mir, in this Hub Good shop, do you think a DLC character is going to appear in here? Are we going to see Akuma pop
Oh,
up in this shop?
like, that seems. Oh man, that caught me off guard. I would
Sorry.
say that. I would say that we'll still have the traditional season passes and possibility of purchasing them through Steam and what have you, like PSN.
Yeah.
But it is a possibility. Maybe if you want to buy them individually, that's how they're gonna have them available, right? Kind of like how in Street Fighter 5 you have the shop as a way of then making you access Steam or whatever to purchase. So it's kind of like an in-game way of accessing the storefront. Maybe that's what it's gonna be. But unless they bring back the possibility of buying characters with find money, then maybe they're not gonna show up.
Yeah. Like in a perfect world, Capcom's going to want you to go to the Battle Hub to play and like see the shop. They want to like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? They want to get people to buy stuff. So we'll see what
Yeah.
they do. Another thing is promotions and cross promotions, Mirror. So there'll
Mm.
be tons of advertising for other games, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil,
Yeah.
and maybe purchasing some things to earn things in those games and back and forth, right? So it's like the
Hmm.
big Capcom booth. I'm sure they're gonna have tons of promotions, especially with those timers, man. That's like DLC 101, like I said.
Yeah. Limited events.
So prepare, guys, to get addicted. Prepare.
This is the only game you'll be playing, guys.
Okay, moving on. Arcade like Battle Hub matches. So these are just the regular machines you see in the front. So this is like at the base level, the Arxis lobby stuff that we've always seen, where you can
Right.
just sit
Yeah.
down on a machine and two people can play. And if you want to watch them, you can go up to it and spectate. Now, in the trailer, there was some movie magic mirror. I highly doubt you can see the match in real time on the machine. Like you actually have to walk up to it and hit the spectate button to see the match.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
believe it was a placeholder in the trailer.
yeah, that'd be crazy. So nothing out of the ordinary there, guys. You can play, public matches with people in the Battle Hub.
Yeah, yeah, you could probably queue up, to play your favorite pro player that is in the battle hub. Everyone's, swarming the arcade cab just like
Right,
in
there's
real
gonna be
life.
stream sniping, man.
Oh
Just
yeah,
thought about that.
absolutely. And they're gonna show up with all kinds of costumes, the most offensive possible
Oh,
that they can figure out.
so that means every streamer, including myself, we're gonna have to come up with a an incognito avatar, like an avatar we use more when we're off stream, so people don't know it's us. I don't know. We have to figure out something.
Just wear a hat and glasses.
Yeah, yeah, with the mustache and the big nose. Okay, let's move on. The event counter. So this is the main counter in the front desk, and this is where you like sign up for the tournaments or whatever event is going on. So this is like a scheduled thing where you just like enter, and if you make it in, then you're included in the tournament, and then you're on the big screen.
Yeah, I mean, this would be great, especially if they later introduce things that are directly related to CPT and CPT online events, right? It would
Yeah.
be a great way for people in game to access um, these kind of events without really having to go out of your way. Like maybe I know that they organize them behind the scenes with like Discord servers and such, but for some people, it might be complicated to chat for whatever reason, and as such having it all organized in game in a way that you know there's no problem accessing it. It would be just so much easier for everyone.
Well, I kind of like the idea of me hosting my own tournaments, and doing it when we're all online and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just be like, all right,
absolutely.
guys, sign up now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll have to see. Do you think that big screen might also be used for tournaments, like tournaments that are happening, on Twitch, like
Yeah,
Evo or a CPT Major or something?
yeah, it reminds me a little bit of how Counter-Strike does it, where you can spectate majors going on from the menus. They tell you that there's a major going on. You can go inspect it, and you can hear the casters over the microphones and such while you spectate. It'd be great to have that for Street Fighter 6, right? Like especially because they're um, you know doing all of this with the in-game commentators and adding more and more esports features. I think it'd be great to have like a direct feed to the tournament.
What
It
if they
would
enforce
promote
the
them as well, right?
commentary
Like more
audio
people would
on?
know about them. Sorry?
So what if they enforce the commentary audio on while you're
Oh, but
watching?
no, I mean, I think
Well,
that would be mostly the placeholder, I suppose. I guess maybe that's the incentive to go and watch the actual stream.
hey, there's the guy at the DJ table. They can crank it up while it's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Last main thing in the Battle Hub is the Game Center. So this
Mhm.
is the classic Capcom games like Final Fight, Magic Sword, Captain Commando,
Yeah.
etc. So it doesn't look like Mirror. This is disappointing that you can't play people online on these machines. It seems to be a single player experience. I guess it would be, a logistical nightmare for Capcom to make it work. Maybe in Street
Yeah.
Fighter 7, this is the next step. But it's mostly for the high scores. Okay, and there's a leaderboards, and there seems to be a timer that resets Mirror, like you mentioned before. Yeah, you might be able to earn those drive tickets from this. If you get high scores and stuff.
I heard some people concerned that the timer on the arcade machines was probably going to be something like the ROM itself being timed, and switching out. But I doubt that that's the case. I think the leaderboard stuff is much more reasonable.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. So these are all the modes, Mirror. I guess the first thing I should say now is that when I first saw the Battle Hub, I just thought, it's just going to be sitting down on machines, but this is obviously a lot more. And there's a lot of players, especially hardcore players, they don't really like this because they don't like jumping through too many hoops. Some people just
Mhm.
want to turn on the game and go straight into ranked and have like not jump through 20 hoops, like which server, which lobby, and if they want to run into
Yeah.
somebody, they don't want to be like, okay, which are you on NA West 42? And then you have to run around with a meter stick and find them. That could be
Yeah.
frustrating. So hopefully this is like the way you navigate through the menus of this. and find someone is really easy. Because there's even times where people are like instanced, if you know what I mean. Like you're both in the same lobby, but you're not.
Right.
You know?
I I I've seen a screen where it seems like there's the toggles for ranked and casual matches like there are in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
So I think they're not gonna do away with that because they know that, like you said, there's people that want these kind of features, and also maybe you're just sitting in training mode and you want to have the matches on, and that's just another way of doing it.
yeah,
Um, I think all of these features will be in, especially because they made sure to say that Fighting Grounds has basically all of the modes that Street Fighter 5 has, including ranked and casual matches and such. So it seems that they want you to know that you're not forced to go through the battle hub to play online.
and
That's
that's
kind of like
important.
the extra social element.
Yeah, and I like that. That's really really good.
Mhm.
But with that being said, the beta test will force you to use the battle hub.
Well, yeah,
So
because they want to test it out.
yeah, they want to test it out, right? Last thing I want to talk about real quick, Mir, is that it doesn't look like there's like a dojo system or any type of
Mm.
guild system. So I was wondering, like, are they going to allow people to make private battle hubs where you can put in a password to join your own private battle hub? Because that would be good for tournaments, for example. So you can have literally all the pro players kind of enter the hub and they're there, and then you can stream it. That'd be kind of fun.
That's a possibility. I mean, otherwise, I'm not sure how it would work unless you can join kind of like an empty instance of a battle hub and start inviting people until it's at capacity.
Yeah, yeah.
But a password system would be great, and I think they will have that because obviously lobbies would still be implemented somehow, and you can have passwords on those. So it'd be very surprising not to have this kind of privacy element.
All right, Mir, let's wrap this up, guys. Let us know in the comments below what do you guys think of this battle hub so far. Is there anything you guys would like them to add? Are you guys worried about anything? Let us know. And yeah, Mir, we'll discuss more about Battle Hub once that beta comes out and we get some more info. So, till next time,
Yeah.
guys, take care.
Bye bye.